Hi, I'm Gary Ryan and welcome to another episode of the Beyond Being Good video series. This episode is titled, Never Blame Your Customers. Did you know that up to 1/3 of your complaints that you receive from your customers are caused by your customers? That figure sounds somewhat familiar, doesn't it? 1/3 of customer complaints are caused by your customers. The issue is, you can't put your finger in their breastbone and say, you silly customer, you got this wrong. You have to help them save face. You see, you know when you're a customer yourself, you don't like it when someone puts their finger in your breastbone and says, look, you're a silly fool, you got it wrong. You see, customers don't read policies properly, or if they do, they don't understand them properly, or they didn't understand the step-by-step procedure they were supposed to take, and they skipped a step, and so on and so forth. Your job when they come up with complaints, because what you've got to understand is that when they're complaining, they actually think it's your fault, right? They think it's your fault. So your challenge is you have to find a way to resolve it where you solve the problem for you and for your customer, and they walk away not having felt embarrassed or stupid or anything that's going to make them think to themselves, I don't want to come back here again. So your job is to acknowledge the situation, find out exactly what's going on. If, for example, they've not read a policy properly, rather than saying, well, you should have known, what you say is, okay, let's go back and have a look at what the policy says together, and let's see if we can work this out. So, and as we're working through it, let them have the aha moment where they go, oh my God, I realise I got this wrong. Now, even if they don't say that out loud, that's what you're trying to get to. Because once you get them there, we can then get into problem-solving mode. And ultimately, so long as they walk away feeling like their complaint or issue has been resolved, and they also recognise that it wasn't the organisation's fault, and whether they recognise that explicitly or not, it's the outcome that you want, but you want them to do it in a way that enables them to save their face, to save their pride, to save them from being embarrassed, because it doesn't help any organisation to have their customers embarrassed. So it's important that what you do is, as an example, I'm a member of the Western Bulldogs in the Australian Football League. Several years ago, my membership cards had been sent out early for me. All I had to do was pay the fee, and then they would automatically be set up to work. Unfortunately, I misplaced them. And it got towards the start of the season, I rang up the Western Bulldogs club and I spoke to their membership manager, and they said, yes, Mr. Ryan, we see that we sent you your cards 3 months ago. And I remember when I heard those words, straight away I went, oh my God, I got them too. I have no idea where I put them. And the woman said to me, but don't worry, sir, what we'll do is I'm reissuing your new cards now. Can I just check everyone's names and their contact details with you? It's going to take about 2 weeks for those new cards to get to you because it's at the start of the season. So what I'm going to do right now is email you the barcodes for all 7 people in your family. Once again, can I just check their names? Blah, blah, blah. Can I check your email address? And you can continue to use these barcodes until your card turns up. So just understand that because we're so close to the start of the season and we've got tens of thousands of people renewing their memberships, that it might take a little bit more than 2 weeks for your cards to get you. And because of the work that I do, I just thought, this is fantastic. I caused the issue because I misplaced my cards. It wasn't their fault at all. And yet she didn't in any way embarrass me. She helped me understand what had gone on. She also understood what I needed. And what I needed was to be able to get into the games. And she also managed my expectations about when the cards would arrive. That was unbelievable service from a membership organisation within a club within the AFL. So your task is to make sure that you recognise that you're going to have 1/3 of complaints that are caused by your customers. That's fine. Just help your team to understand and not get upset. Your job is to be able to work out how can we resolve these issues, and you might even use the information from the levels of perspective video to help you to do that if you notice some patterns in those sorts of complaints. Once again, I'm Gary Ryan. It's a pleasure to work with you, and I look forward to working with you next time.